wrong to you. Today you've shown how good you are to me because you didn't kill me, even though the Lord put me in your power. The Lord bless you for what you have done to me today. Now I'm sure that you'll be king of Israel. The kingdom will continue under your rule. But promise me, now this sentence here, I need you to remember this for about 3 or 4 weeks from now. Promise me that you will spare my descendants so that my family's name will not be completely forgotten. And David keeps that promise, by the way, and I'll show you that in a few weeks. David promised that he would. Then Saul went back home, and David and his men went back to their hiding place. Why didn't they go back to Saul in the kingdom? Because David knew the difference between forgiveness and trust. You have to forgive the people that hurt you. You don't have to trust them. And David knew, you know what, I'm going to forgive you, Saul, but there's a chance you're going to try to kill me again. So I'm going back into hiding until you've earned my trust back. Okay, you understand that? Okay, today in part 9. No, don't put it up there. Don't put it up there. Okay, listen, nobody preached my sermon to me, okay? I'm about to preach it. I'll listen to it this week. Don't repeat it back to me. You all know who you are, okay? In fact, some of y'all aren't even allowed to take notes today. Okay, today in part 9, I want to talk to you about this. Don't return evil for evil. Don't return evil for evil. Has anybody here ever had an enemy in their life? How about an enema? It's the same type of pain. It's the same exact thing, okay? You ever had a boss or an authority figure that likes to embarrass you in front of everybody else by correcting you or calling you down in front of everyone? You ever had a relative who sends you an email telling you how you need to run your life, and they tell you how you need to spend your money and how you're not doing a good job as a parent? Or a friend that stabs you in the back or talks about you behind your back. We all go through situations where an enemy comes into our life. And I want to teach you today, the higher you go in God, the more enemies you're going to have. Satan is not going to roll out the red carpet for you to fulfill your God-given destiny. Anytime you go higher in God, anytime you start prospering in a certain area, anytime you start becoming more successful, there's always going to be an enemy to come and try to pull you down. But the way we handle it is 1 Peter 3:9, never return evil for evil so you may obtain a blessing. So when somebody does you wrong, they talk about you, they stab you in the back, they walk away from you, that's a seed. Listen, that's a seed for God to use to bless you. But the seed isn't based on what they do to you. The seed is based on what you do to them after they did something to you, okay? So anytime someone does you wrong, if you'll handle it God's way, he promises you'll get a blessing. Now, I wonder how many blessings we've missed out on because we keep trying to return evil for evil to the people that do us wrong. David cut a corner of Saul's robe because Saul's trying to kill him. In 1 Samuel 24:12, one translation says this, I could have killed you, but instead may the Lord avenge me of your wrongs. My hand will not touch you. David was saying when he cut the corner of the rope, he was saying, you know what? I could kill you if I want to. I'm not going to let you abuse me. But at the same time, I'm not going to try to get you back every time you do something wrong to me. If you keep attacking me like this, we're not going to be in a relationship together, but I'm not going to attack you back. There's a big, big difference. There was a Saul in the New Testament. Okay, no relation to this Saul, a Saul in the New Testament. And in Acts 9:4, it says, he fell to the ground one day and heard a voice that said, why do you persecute me? And he said, who are you? And in verse 5, the voice said, I am Jesus, whom you persecute. And here's why I love this scripture. Saul never met Jesus. They never met. Saul never saw Jesus.